welcome back to Living with Five Autoimmune Diseases. Um, this is part two of the seven reason why your blood feel like it's boiling. I only had like two things left in this topic, but with my health wise, I had to stop there. But I'm gonna try to do this video without have to get my oxygen because when I finish these last two things on that part, I'm going right into my next topic, and we're gonna get going here. So I'm not for sure. I think the last thing I was talking about was the illness, like the flu, the cold, ear infection, bronchitis, and UTIs, urinary tract infections. So I think that's where I left off at. But we also, as people that have lupus, we need to be more aware of how our bodies talking to us, because our bodies are actually talking to us, telling us, something's wrong. And with lupus, you get a whole array of other autoimmune diseases that goes on, and they attack your body in different ways. With my lupus, it's attacking me from inside out, where it's attacking my nervous system, it's attacking my lung, like I said, digestive system and everything. Lupus with lupus, it attacks everything. I mean, your joints and all. You have flare ups, you get blisters, rashes. It's a whole root of things that come along with lupus, and all those different things can take effect on making you feel overheated, and cause that's the way I feel. When I'm overheated, I can tell that my lupus is like beginning to flare up. So I prepare myself and everything for that. And on top of that, of having lupus, I have scleroderma also, and pulmonary fibrosis. Pulmonary fibrosis and scleroderma, they attacks the lung. I have both of them, where my lung scar tissue is so bad on my lung. Well, pulmonary fibrosis causes scar tissue, and scleroderma causes scar tissue. So my lung is being attacked twice with two autoimmune disease that does the same thing, and they both is cripple into me. So there's no um, way of me being able to fight them off, because they both does the same thing, and it make it much harder now for me to breathe. But I'm praying that this new medication they put me on is called OFAD. Um, I've been on it now for going on 4 months. So I see some improvement last month with the medications. I noticed that when they was late shipping it out to me. So it was, when I had to start back taking it again, I started having the side effects again. So I know once it get in my system, it'll be there. But if I miss more than 1 or 2 days, I I notice it, because the coughing come back, the headaches, the migraines, and everything, like that dry mouth also. So this medication is supposed to help slow down the pulmonary fibrosis and the scleroderma. And I'm praying and keeping my fingers crossed that it does do that, because I want to enjoy my time, and enjoy my family. And it also affects your kidneys. I haven't had any problem with my kidneys so far, and I think that what area all the other things that don't went on with my body, that's one I really don't want to have to think about right now, and my liver. But I have to think about the liver now because of the medication that I'm taking. It can affect my liver, so that's the reason why I have to go now. Starting now, taking go get lab work done every 3 months for the first 6 months, and then after that, every 6 months getting lab work done. But I'm gonna go in and have that done. So when I get my port flush, I just have it all done at the same time. Make one stick work for everything. That's the way I do mine. So um, it's just that we have to be careful. We have to know what our bodies are saying to us. We need to be able to, just like if you have kids, you know what your kids are saying. When they little, they trying to explain something, but you got to figure out what they. That's the same way with me when it comes to taking my illness. I have to learn different things that works for me and still give me good results. And my next topic that I'm gonna be talking about is gonna be on basing on what type of foods that I eat to keep my inflammation down. My hands used to be swollen a whole lot bigger than this, and I think my last infusion that I had was done in November. Yeah, it was done in November. The first week in November was my 4 dose for 2024. So I go back in April of 2025 and start my 6 months process all over again. But my hand is not swollen like they normally be. My wrists and stuff is not swollen like they normally be. So the way I have incorporated of the way I was eating, and that plays a big factor on lupus also. But like with the sore muscles, the joints, the swelling, the rash and stuff, there are like I said, your body gives you signs, and you go to the doctor, and they give you something that it's a bad allergic reaction because this is your first time having this, and you don't know if your body gonna accept it or not. And this with me with a lot of medication that I have to take that other people take for their autoimmune disease. It doesn't work for me. It's like that my body has already been attacked from the inside. Then when I take a pill that's supposed to help with that, and it attacks me with where my throat closes up, where I can't breathe, and most of the medicine that they have, like the gabapentin, the Lyrica, those things cut my breath out. I can't breathe. My throat swells. So I can't take those medications. A lot of people can. And with my case, I can't. But that's just a way I can tell you, explain the way my body is talking to me and letting me know, okay, this is what happened. When you took it. So I don't take the medication for that. But I guess it's the reason why I get the OFED now to because I tried another medication also that's supposed to help with that, slowing the growth down. It started off working, and within 6 months it wasn't. It had completely stopped because I had started progressing more from the time before I even started taking the medicine. So like now they already know what my lung capacity is. Um, they know how much uh, growth I have on my lungs. So it's where when I go and have this CT scan done, in what 6 months, he said that then they could see is there any difference because it's been 6 months since I had my last CT scan. So when I go back in 6 months to have it done again, so we'll know where is it the same or did it get a little worse, you know, or is it in between? And I know we can hope for it that it's helping. I don't want it to stop working. I want it to continue it to work if it's gonna work for me. But that just some of the things that that I didn't get a chance to cover in the first topic of 7 reasons why your blood feel like it's boiling. It's all about the immune system. What's going on with your body? It's That's pretty much what I look at. Is like it's all dealing with my immune system. And 5 out of 10 adults they end up with kidney problems, and 8 out of 10 are children that have lupus. You know, kids do get lupus at a young age, and they don't understand what's going on. But if they tell you something hurting them, if you have kids, listen to them. Cause like I said, we all know our body. We don't know how that child feels, but that child know if it's feel good or if it feel bad to them. And if they coming to you telling you something that it feel bad, they feeling bad, something hurting them, don't dismiss it. Check it out, you know. And if they come to find out there's nothing wrong, okay. But it's best to be safe than sorry. Don't let these babies have to go through what we going through. If they, try to catch it early, if you can, because this is not a life that I wish on anyone. I mean, kid, adult, no one. Because this living with these autoimmune disease, you don't never know what's gonna happen next, which one gonna attack you next. So you have to be prepared on what you're doing to be able to move forward. And I hope you guys, got an understanding of where, why I came up. I didn't come up with the name of it. The Lupus Team company came up with the name, and I'm just covering most of the stuff that I know that happened to me, and go from there. And if you want to check it out, I can leave a link to that in the description box for you guys to go and look it up yourselves and read about it, read the whole story and everything. I'm just giving you little pointers of what's happening to me from I know our point of view. But we're gonna move on to my second topic. Main topic. I don't know if I'm gonna be get through the whole one or not, neither. But this is one of my favorite topics that I like talking about is um, Mediterranean lifestyle of eating. And the topic is 5 diet tips for people that have lupus. And the biggest thing with lupus is inflammation, anti-inflammation. That's the biggest thing. If you can learn how to minimize the swelling and everything, you'll be great. You'll feel better. I mean, it's not going to be 100% better, but you'll know the difference in the way you're eating, preparing your food. I had to learn it the hard way, and my daughter kept telling me, well, maybe you need to find something that you like and that you won't lose too much of what you like and prepare it a different way. So I tried a lot of different things that didn't work for me. Uh, I tried the Atkins. I tried it all. And the Slim Fast, I mean, I tried them. And I wasn't getting no type of results that I wanted. And that came with taking the prednisone. I was trying to release a whole lot of weight. So I came across the Mediterranean diet, and I started reading about it and start searching more information on it and everything. And I'm like, okay, a lot of this is talking about what I'm going through, and it's with the inflammation, the swelling in joints and stuff. All that, what they would say, that could be able to help minimize the swelling and help you lose weight. But I'm gonna be honest about this because when I started this back in 2019, the first yeah in January 2019, I started doing the Mediterranean diet. I had learned how to find out what foods that that would help me with my inflammation, anti-inflammatory, and the swelling and stuff. So I started looking into it and checking out other foods that a lot of that they had listed I didn't like. So I started researching and looking into other foods that had the same amount of what they were saying that would help. So what I did that. So I started doing it. And I noticed I started feeling a lot better, a lot better. But it's not a full, fast acting way of releasing weight. But you can notice the difference in. I noticed the difference in my joints. They wasn't hurting as much. There, I noticed the swelling and stuff had started going down. And this was, I think I started it, yeah, right. It was like 3 months after I had my last treatment in 2018, and 2019. That's when I started. So I, by me had started and took the antibodies that I get every 6 months. I noticed that with the way I was eating, my joints didn't hurt. They didn't swell up as fast, and everything was beginning to work. But like I said, it was like from I started noticing all that around about a year after I had been eating the Mediterranean lifestyle. It didn't start right off. Like I said, I was on eating like that for about a whole year before I actually started noticing that the swelling and stuff, was working, but I wasn't hurting as much. And like I said, plus I had been on prednisone uh, since 2004 up until like 2009 when I stopped taking prednisone. But I still retained all that weight from taking the prednisone. So and I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. I didn't like the way I looked, and I was frustrated, you know. And I had noticed I had started to not go out the house if I didn't have to, and no more than go to the doctor and back home. I had, because I didn't feel comfortable the way I looked, and so I started. I talked to my doctor. He first put me on every kind of diet pill that they had. I released the weight, and it came right back. But when it came back double. I'm like, okay, this ain't working neither. So, like I said, I started implementing little things into my diet slowly. But I do recommend, if you want to get the swelling down and the joints from aching and stuff, give it a try. I mean, because when I started changing my cholesterol level, my um, LC, and all that went down. I cut out a lot of the sugars. I cut back on that. Um, it was a lot of stuff I cut out that wasn't helping me. The red meat, I limit myself to that once a month. Uh, Pork, I might eat that twice a month, but it depends on how I prepare it. That I eat it twice a month, and majority of the time I'm eating seafood, chicken, you know, soup, stews, uh, casseroles, quiche. I learned how to prepare food that I love to eat in a way that they eat in the Mediterranean. And I know they eat a lot of quiche. I They eat eggs. They have vegetables. They have seafood. Every now and then I might see a recipe in there for something in red meat. If I'm searching for it in the Mediterranean diet. But I said pretty much it's seafood. You know, and whole grains, anything, nuts, vegetables. Uh, you need a high fiber contents in your body. Omega 3s are another one that you definitely need also in your body. But when it comes to, the omega 3s, the fatty fish, oh, I get the salmon, the mackerels, the tuna, and I get me some codfish. You know, those are the type of fish that I eat. But there are other that if you like herring. Oh, and I love sardines. And I try to get the sardines that's in olive oil. If I buy them in a little can, I try to get them in olive oil. Oh, sorry about that. I haven't found anywhere where I can actually get some fresh sardines, but I go with the ones I got, and I found a place where I can buy frozen mackerel that been freshly caught and frozen, and so all I had to do is thaw it out and clean it. But sorry about bumping the table. I guess to the like I said, the fibers, the whole grains and stuff like that. My favorite is the beans, the nuts, and the seeds. Fresh fruit. Make it citrus fruit if you're gonna do fruit, uh, because those it does help decrease the inflammation. No, it does because, like I said, I've been doing it now ever since 2018, and excuse me, and I finally released enough weight to I'm almost at my goal of where I want to be at. Because when I first started out on this, I was at 210. I was weighing 210 pounds. And now I'm at 160. So I have another 20 pounds that I want to release, and then I'll be at my weight for my height, where I need to be at. Most berries, well, put it like not most, but berries, period, is in high fiber content. No, and I mix those with my fruit, so that helps me also. But like I said, I limited how much of that that I eat. I don't sit and count calories or nothing like that. But I sit and eat. you know what I think I'm supposed to eat, and now my whole household eats what I eat. Cause first I was cooking like two different meals, my meal and their meal. And I'm like, you know what? That don't make sense. If they want to eat, they'll eat what I cook. And so I cook my Mediterranean meals, and they eat. I'm so sorry. I keep bumping this table. I'm so sorry. But that's what I'm saying. No, you can actually do that. Now, the American Digest guide them say that women should have from I think it was the thing they had from 2020 to 2025 Females should at least have 22 to 28 grams of daily fiber. Men's 28 to 34 daily fiber. And that's like drinking a 48-ounce water bottle, something like this, and a or a 64 ounce. So it's best that you drink a lot of fluids. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there where I'm stopping out because I know I'm pushing it. And but I want to thank you again. And if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. And I really appreciate it. Thank you all. And you all have a blessed week. Namaste.